Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Pirate Prepper here. Take a minute to look back the last couple weeks and the future and look at where we are and what we're doing. So realistically, nothing's changed. The election hasn't been decided. We still have no clue where the real winner is. And moving ahead, we have no clear defined lines. Or do we? Realistically, as I said, nothing has changed. We should be prepping. We should be spending our time getting ready for the future. It doesn't matter who wins the election. Bad things are going to happen. 200,000 plus people in New Hampshire and Maine were out of power over the weekend. Didn't matter what the election was, they were out of power in December. So, looking at it that way, shouldn't we be prepping for power outages, for unemployment, for all those little things that happen every day? Would make sense. But doing what makes sense to most people anymore, it's kind of rough. So, take a look around. Look at what's going on in reality. Look at what's happening. Because nothing has changed. Red states are still red states. Sorry. Blue states are still blue states. That's not going to change. People's attitudes in those areas are not going to change. The way people look at each other is not going to change. New Yorkers fly to LA. They don't consider the flyover states, Iowa, Nebraska, Kansas, Colorado, Wyoming. They don't really consider them as they go over. It's just something in the way, something in between. A friend of mine lives in a county that has more people in it than my state. So realistically, does my state matter in comparison? Well, I think so. I certainly don't want to live where he lives because there's too many people, tightly packed. So, as we look around and look ahead, we should be prepping constantly, consistently. Yes, some supplies are a little harder to get right now. Prices may be up. So, if you wait for the prices to come down, they may not come down. Look at Venezuela. Look at Zimbabwe. Look at South Africa. Prices on certain items are just through the roof. Look at anywhere where bad things are happening or have happened. What happens to the prices? They go through the roof. Doesn't matter what it is to speak of. If it's a necessity, the price goes up. So that bag of rice was $1, now it's $2. Buy it anyway. Because if the prices continue the way they're doing, that bag of rice may be $4 next time. And you just saved yourself $2. Plus, you already have it. It's already in hand. You're not waiting for a truck to arrive to get it next time. The old saying, bird in the hand eats two in the bush. That's where this comes from. Having something on hand. Having something that you have to work with. Having a stockpile or a full larder. Call it what you will. A pantry, a warehouse. If you got that much space and time, great. But start getting things if you haven't already. If you already have stuff, get more. If nothing else, you're beating price increases. And you're beating inflation. Look at how much value the dollar has lost in the last year. How many $1 trillion have been added to the national budget, to the national deficit, to where our money is worth less now. Inflation. There's a reason a lot of things happen. And a lot of it's because we don't pay attention. Ooh, we get a stimulus check. Yeah, you got $1,200. And what did everybody else get? The Met got like $25 million to stay closed. A lot of different groups and businesses made out like bandits. Why? Because they could. On your back, out of your wallet. So, you might want to start planning ahead. You might want to start planning for, if there is another stimulus, how much more is it going to cost you in the long run? How much is that inflation going to hurt you? How much is that going to hurt your retirement? How much is that going to hurt the price of food and everything else? My utilities have gone up almost 50% over last year. Now, a slight increase in usage. Still trying to figure that one out. But my bill is 150% of what it was last year. And oddly enough, I'm not using anymore. What does that tell you? My city's going to up the trash fee. Well, I'm about ready to tell them that I'll take the trash to the dumpster myself. It's cheaper. Water's going to go up. Power has gone up. Why? They're putting all these wonderful solar panels and wind generators. Shouldn't the cost be going down? Because it's greener and less taxes and everything else. Maybe, maybe not. But the price has gone up. Cost of living allowances. Cost of living raises, call it what you will again. We're not getting one. Which means I am going to take a 4 to 5% cut in pay to continue doing the same thing. Now, I might consider cutting what I do by 4 or 5%. Then I may not get a raise or position change later because it doesn't work that way. So, keep at it. Remember, nothing's changed. You've got to be prepared. We're out.